This was the most controversial call of the NHL playoffs. In an elimination game for the Leafs, Morgan Rielly puts the puck across the goal line for a split second before signaling what he saw was a good goal, but the referees made no call on the ice. Taking a look at it from a different angle, the end of his pad is in the net and the puck is under his skate. So for fans in the building and at home, they were sure that this would be a goal. This is what the guy in Toronto's Situation Room stood up for. They took so much time to review what fans thought should have been an obvious ruling. And when they came out stating that it was no goal on the play, fans and players alike were in disgust. This call truly could have been the turning point of this game. Now let's talk about the importance of proper officiating in the NHL. We all understand that the margin for error in the playoffs is little to none. And so it is for this reason that officiating should not ever dictate the outcome of the game to the point where it favors one team more than the other. Now I don't know if this is a thing against Canadian teams or the Leafs specifically, but this is the second year in a row where the referees dictated the outcome of the game by a controversial call. Now, before you call me a hack or just start writing off the things that I'm saying in this video, let me be clear about something. The Leafs were not eliminated because the refs made a mistake. In its entirety, the Leafs lost when they thought they won the Stanley Cup in the first round and going down 3 games in the second. The only reason why I'm being a little nitpicky with this game and this controversial call was one, because it really was controversial. I mean, regardless of what you think or what team you're a fan of, this goal was clear as day. I don't know how they missed it or why they called it off, but 2, because of what the Leafs were trying to accomplish. Something that's nearly impossible to do. You can't help but root for the underdog story, and what entertainment it would have been had they been able to force Game 6 and even Game 7. That's more hockey for us, and that's all sort of ruined by an unbelievably bad call, which really just sucks for any team. And we could even take a step back out of this series and look at how controversial calls have affected the NHL playoffs in general. I can't stress enough how crucial it is to make the right call. Now, I'm sure many of you guys can remember when the Edmonton Oilers were taking on the Avs in the Western Conference Finals, and there was a clear as day offside call on Makar, coach's challenge, and they call it onside. And this is what I was trying to say earlier with, I don't know if it's a Canadian team thing. Goals like those are literally the difference makers in these games. Yes, the Oilers went on to get swept by the Avs, but we don't know what the outcome would have been had the refs made the right call in Game 1. Maybe the Oilers steal it, and then it's a different series. We saw that with the Bruins in the first round being up 3-1 on the Panthers, and they were able to make a comeback. I know there was a specific ruling for the reason why they called that an onside goal, but I don't care what the rules are. That is offside. It is just clear as day offside. And so if the rules are going to be just clearly incorrect, there's no point in having the rule at all. And so it comes full circle. They wave off Rielly's goal despite him clearly signaling that he saw the puck cross the line. And if the refs give the Leafs this goal, it's a different game. Maybe they win 3-2, maybe they don't, but we'll never know. And that is what's so frustrating for fans and for players whose livelihoods are at stake. Moving forwards, I'd actually like to see the refs get involved less, make the calls that are appropriate. If it's a clear as day tripping or high stick, you have to make those calls just to keep the game safe for the players. But I'd just love to see the right calls being made so that we can enjoy the game of hockey and also agree on a championship team that's clearly earned the right to be champions. The ref's job is literally to make sure the game is fair. Just do your job. For those of you who've watched the game, what did you see on this controversial call? Especially for those of you who aren't a fan of either team and were just watching the game objectively. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. And another thing, there are over 140,000 people that are returning to this channel on a consistent basis. That's over 99.4% of the viewer base unsubscribed. So if you did enjoy the video, consider hitting the subscribe button. It would mean a lot. It helps the channel so much, and I would appreciate all the support. I want to make more content for you guys. I want to improve the channel, but improve it together. It's Cappy, and I'm out.